Let's see. Oh no, I'm getting pulled over. How is it going, guys? Drew Peacock here, back with another video. And the time has finally come. We are continuing the build on the 1,000 horsepower Mustang. It's almost at 1,000. I don't want to say 1,000 yet. It's definitely over 1,000 crank, but we're not at 1,000 wheel yet. But this next mod, which in my opinion is one of the most underrated mods people don't do, this next mod's gonna make it feel like 1,000 horsepower. So here she is, looking all dandy and dirty, but that's not a big issue. We'll clean her up in a bit. What we're going to do though is take her in and go get her dropped off. What we're having installed today is something a lot of people overlook. It's one of the cheapest ways you can make your car faster, and actually faster. It won't add horsepower, but it'll make it faster. And that is by changing the rear gear ratio on your vehicle. Now, if your vehicle doesn't have rear gears, you're kind of shit out of luck. I guess you could rear gear your trans, but it's a little bit more difficult. This is something that a lot of people overlook, and it's something that I should have done a long time ago, and I'll explain why. So as you guys know, hopefully, my car is a T56 swapped car. That means it used to have a 5-speed transmission. Now it has a T56, which is a 6-speed, which is very important because all of the gears inside the trans are different. They're all different ratios, and that affects the overall power band of the car, I should say. One of the issues I was having with my car was forcing me to start in second gear if I wanted to do a 60 roll, which is just ridiculous. I mean, a 60 roll in second gear, it's absolutely ridiculous. You're not gonna hook. So how do you fix that? How do you fix that? Well, you simply re-gear the rear end. If you re-gear it and you up your gears to match what you actually have, me being a T56, a 410 fits that perfectly, and that is a huge jump from 355s, so the acceleration is going to be insane. It'll be actually very similar to the gear ratio on the Supra. That car also has a T56, but its rear end is a 4.08, I think. So we're going with 410s, and I actually checked this out. I actually did a lot of my math by using Forza. I went into Forza 4, I went and input all of my stuff into my car and changed the gear ratios, and I just did it based on that. They do sell 373s, but 410s will be perfect for what we're trying to do. I've been watching a lot of Gordon Ramsay too, so the hand gestures, they're just insane today. Anyway, so yeah, we'll be taking it into Addiction Motorsports today, and we'll be having them install it. I'm not gonna even try to do that. I've looked up videos, and it doesn't seem too hard, but you can install them incorrectly. And you want to make sure it's shimmed perfectly. So I'm not even going to risk it. I'm just going to go and take it in, have them do it. And they're actually going to give me a tuner as well, so we can data log it and adjust tunes on the fly. So that'll be very important. The cold start has been lacking. I have to like cold start it like 4 or 5 times for it to stay on. So I got to log that for them and do all that. But we'll be taking it there, having them toss in the 410s. We'll be picking it up in like the next day or so. So let's go. All right, so there she is. Just got done paying. And she is covered in bird shit, but she looks great. We'll give her a little wash later today. I mean, she is literally riddled with bird shit, riddled with it, and sticks. I guess it was parked underneath the tree. Anyways, I already saw my old diff was in the car, so that's great. There's a beautiful 5.0 right here with welds, bead locks, skinnies. But anyways, let's turn on our car and let's head out. Dude, I missed you. It smells like gear oil in here because he left the old ring and pinion right there. Let me close my door so it doesn't get yanked off. Let's start her up. Woo! Hello, beautiful. We also bought a HP Tuners TDN tuning device, so we'll have to definitely use that. This will be more for just adjusting and data logging and stuff like that, but it's nice to have one. He can do remote adjustments and all that, so sweet. Anyways, let's head out. All right, so we're driving the Mustang and the gears feel great. It feels like the car is geared how it should be with the T56. Obviously the 5-speed needed a bit of a longer or taller gear because it only had 5 gears, but with a T56 having that extra gear really does help. We're doing 73 right here and we're at 2300 RPM. That's like a pretty average cruising speed for me. 76, we're still at 2360 right there. So it's like perfectly geared. The car's not super loud, it's not super drony. And I noticed before I wasn't really using 6, and now I am. But now let's see how she is when it really matters, right? Let's get that nice 60 roll. Which is exactly where Forza said it would after I did that pull, a cop came on the freeway and turned on his lights. I yanked off the GoPro really quick. I think he pulled someone else over. I'm 99% he pulled someone else over. I don't think I was speeding anymore, and I don't think he would have saw me, so I think I'm okay. But holy moly, dude, that thing felt so gnarly, and it was fighting for traction. I mean, I think I could do it, but it was definitely fighting for traction a little bit right there. I really hope that cop doesn't come up. I'm kind of trying to get out of the area. I'm not speeding. I'm not trying to hang around and see what his quota is for the month. But dude, first impressions, it's pretty gnarly. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty gnarly. It was moving. It definitely was moving, but damn, I really hope traction is not gonna be an issue. Oh god, it felt so crazy. I'm gonna fill up with some gas and get towards my area, because I don't want to get impounded and have to Uber from way the hell where I'm at right now. So I'll see you guys when we're back in the area. Alright, we'll try another one after this bridge. I just want to make sure I don't see any police. Holy shit, dude. Like, I'm speechless while I'm like decelerating, because I'm trying to like grasp how fast we're accelerating. It is struggling to hook a little bit, but these tires are a little old. It might be spinning in the wheel too, so luckily I'm gonna go pick up my beadlock barrel and hopefully it's repaired, and then we can throw the beadlocks back on. But it is struggling to hook a teeny tiny bit. This also isn't the best pavement. That nice black pavement, that's where you get traction. This gray shit, it's hit or miss. It's really hit or miss, but dude, it's woo! Once I get into fourth, it's just fucking going. It's crazy. Alright, so here we are back in town, and I wish I could show you guys what they did. I mean, obviously they just swapped out the rear gears. I can't really show you that, but I mean, I guess I can show you the old gears. I'm assuming they're in here, but I guess there's one. Oh, damn, this is a heavy fucking box. Let me pull this out. Alright, got it open, and they're a lot bigger than I thought. I didn't think that this one was going to be as big. This is kind of how I imagined the actual ring to be, but the pinion itself, I didn't imagine it to be that large. So these are the factory 355s that came on the car. And, I mean, they held their own. They're actually in a lot better shape than I thought. I figured pushing close to 1,000 horsepower in a car that came with 300 from factory would shred them a little bit more, but I guess not. I guess they are built Ford tough after all. So I'm thinking we go for a little drive right now. I will put the 360 cam on. The car still is dirty. I apologize. That and my tires, after inspection, aren't as fresh as I thought. They are, they're not that bad, actually. They're not that bad, but yeah, let's take it for a drive and let's see what happens. All right, so we asked a couple of our friends to close off the course where he works. So we're gonna do a quick little 60. I missed a gear, but it felt good.
No, I don't like that. You should have seen it in face. No, that was...
Oh my god. That felt good. Alright, we'll wait a second.
That that's
Oh my god. Dude, it's a monster.
God, I don't want to do that.
It's a fucking monster. I'm short shifting it too because I have to. We'll do one more. I'm gonna try second gear.
No, please, I don't want to do that.
Dude, it's a monster.
I don't want to do it.
All right, guys, first impressions. The car feels absolutely insane. Like, it feels like a completely different car. It doesn't even feel like my Mustang anymore. It feels like a completely new Mustang, and it's so quick. When you shift into fourth and you just still feel the G-forces you pushing you into the seat, it's really hard to explain. Like, I wish I could take every single one of you on a ride along just so you guys can experience it. But it's crazy. Like just how simple one little modification can change the whole feeling and the whole drivability of the car. Funny enough, I actually got this idea from recommending it to someone else. I recommended it to them because they were like, hey, what can I do to my 3-valve before I like boost it and stuff? Or like if I want to like wait on boosting it, what can I do right now that'll like wake it up? And it was like, why haven't I thought about this? Like I gave it a thought a while back, but I was like, I'm already having traction issues, so why would I up my rear gears, which is gonna make my low end torque ridiculous? And it just made sense. Why am I fighting to force it into second? Why don't we just gear it up to third? And third gear will hook like a charm. Now, it doesn't hook quite as well as I thought it would, because we upped the low end torque, but I'm gonna fix that within the next couple days, and then it'll, whew, I can't wait. I have something planned, a little thing, a little redneck mod that I think will just make this thing just hook and book like no tomorrow. But yeah, I don't know why more people don't mess with this stuff. I think this is a lot better. I think this is a lot better of an idea than like putting E85 on a naturally aspirated car. Just do this instead. I feel like if you re-gear your car, it's a lot nicer. It feels a lot more like a punch. It just, you get that nice low end torque. It pushes you into your seat. No matter your application, I think this is a good idea. Just make sure you have enough tire to back it up, because if you don't, you're gonna be screwed. But yeah, I mean, I wish I could show you guys what they did. Like I said earlier, I can't, sadly. I mean, it's all behind there. But I am gonna be doing something that I think, like I said, will help it just squat more. It'll hook more. It's, again, kind of redneck. I'm gonna test it before I actually make a video on it, because I don't want to release false info, but I'm gonna test it and I'm gonna see for you guys, and that'll be next for this thing. And then after that, I think she's just gonna be a monster. So I'm super happy with the outcome, and I can't wait to go test it down in Mexico against some other cars. Anyways, guys, that is all I got for you for today. I'm too afraid to redline it. If you haven't seen already from the clips from earlier, I'm not really redlining it. It's still just, it feels too quick, and I haven't had the right runway to test it on. So anyways, highly recommend it. Super underrated mod. Look into it for your car, look into it for your application, and go on forums and read what other people are doing. And that's the best advice I can give to you guys. Anyways, hopefully you did enjoy this. If you did, subscribe. Next up is this and the Civic. The Civic is actually getting work done, and that motor should be in ASAP. I need that done. I need that car here. I need to make videos on it now. So if you're excited for all that stuff, subscribe. We got a lot of stuff coming to the builds this year. Hope you guys are excited. Anyways, until next video, peace.